What are we drinking?
Another day, another whiskey. The Aberlour Abuna Alba.
62%.
62.
Dude, that's...
It's heated. It's heavy.
It's
I would like a Scotch with heat, please.
right here.
That's what you got right here.
Order up.
Not to be confused with Aberlour Abuna. This is the Abuna Alba. So the reason why I wanted to put this bottle out here and test this is because I want to see how a bourbon enjoyer likes it. Because this is finished in American bourbon barrels.
Ooh.
So you're going to get a very bourbon forward feel and taste with this one.
Oh, that's exciting.
The Aberlour Abuna is a full sherry bomb. So I wanted to try the Abuna Alba instead. That's why I brought this guy over.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
All you. Look at that light gold.
That is cool.
Light gold coloring. Beautiful. 62%, 124 proof. Cask strength, non-chill filtered, non-colored. Yeah, just
Stand
right
by.
on in.
Piece. Oh.
Ooh.
And I get it. Yeah, that smells really good.
It's just so gold.
It's very gold. I'll take a pint.
A pint. Incoming. And before we get into this, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. We love hearing from you.
Keep them coming. We read every single one. We respond to as much as we can as well. Everything, yeah. Unless you're spam.
Yeah, right.
But what should we do next for Scotch? I mean, where are Scotch guys at?
Yeah.
Let us know.
We saw that comment in there asking for us to do a blind cask strength Scotch video. That's interesting, and maybe that will be coming up soon. So
that'd be a lot of
keep
fun.
your eye out. I'm wanting to go for that route. So, anyways, back to the program. Boop. Dude, yeah, this even on the nose. It's that bourbon barrel. Straight away.
Totally.
Right?
100. Like right. Yeah.
I think
right away.
I think I bought this bottle here I got it for $72. It was on sale at Bevmo. No one was buying it. There was only just one in the case. There's like rows of everything, and I saw this in the back. So no one understand here. We are in America. I get it, bourbon country, but I saw it and I was like, I think $72 is a really good deal.
Yeah. I mean, already I'm so impressed with the nose. Like if this wasn't like a blacked out Glencairn, like you couldn't see color or anything, I would have sniffed this and be like, oh, that's kind of like a high barley bourbon or something. Like, you know, you still get a little bit of that maltiness, but it's just a whiskey.
Dude,
it's like a bourbon.
I know, right? It's just all good. Look at those legs too, man. It's just everything about it other than the light color reminds me of a bourbon.
Oh, yeah.
So far.
Oh, yeah. 62%.
Yeah, this is pretty viscousy. It's pretty oily.
I'm excited.
Which is what I like about it.
I love a good mouthfeel.
Yeah, the cask, the barrel is just there. Getting those fruity, so definitely caramel forward too. But the fruits,
yeah.
I'm getting so I'm thinking like a pear, a little bit of pear, but also like something more tropical.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm getting those like the fruity Scotch notes.
Yeah.
Starting to kind of come through as I'm swirling a little bit, getting a little aerated.
Yeah. Very caramely forward.
Oh, ooh, oh, whoa,
whoa.
Okay, you get like the malty chocolatey with the baking spices that you would get in like any bourbon that's a cinnamon bomb.
Oh, and there's just that oily finish, that oily taste of it.
Oh man, that's like working its way down.
I remember why I like this so much. I just had a taste of it before. This is my first bottle I've owned, and I've been on the lookout for it. I love this Scotch so much. Truly, I've been saving this video for when we had more subs and more people viewed our content. Hopefully more people get to see, because I really want to push this out there. This is a great Scotch whiskey. Back to the notes, that straight away, it just reminded me of a bourbon as soon as it hit the tongue.
Oh yeah, it reminds you.
Yeah.
Like it's got everything, like the nose, the palate, even the finish a little bit. I feel like the finish is more on the Scotch side, but it's so reminiscent of what I'm used to drinking as a bourbon lover. Like this should be the go-to Scotch for the bourbon enjoyer.
We've had a lot of Scotch here so far. Compare it to the other Scotches that I've had you try so far.
Like the Glenmorangie?
Yeah, Glenmorangie, the Bunnahofen 12, the Sherry Bombs, Tandevolen.
So those are nice and
Aberlour
sweet,
12,
you know, and I like the sweetness, but this just reminds me of what I'm like. I can pick out a lot of these, and they're familiar, like the notes inside. It's so familiar. And that proof point, that's beautiful. If
I know you like that.
Especially for $72. Good
That's
Lord.
what I got it for. I don't think you could ever get it again for that.
Well, if you see it for that. Man, yeah, so
I will say, the nose, great. The notes on the palate, so great. The only thing is the finish not ruins it, but it's like it goes back to that core malty, Scotchy feeling.
which is fine.
Yeah, it is fine. So you got to kind of keep sipping at it to really enjoy the most of it. But similarly, so up front, everything forward is bourbony. But then on the tongue, after that first taste, straight bourbon, vanilla, caramel, and then it goes malty, malt, barley. It's like a combination. You get the bourbon first and the Scotch hits after, personally.
And I think that's really a good thing because it won't be a put off right away. It'll get the bourbon enjoyer to drink it and to be like, okay, let their guard down. It's not weird. It's real. It reminds them a lot of what they're used to.
Yeah.
But then it like eases them into the Scotch notes.
Now,
And that proof point sticks.
Yes,
So
it
when
does.
it gets real Scotchy, you still got that proof point, kind of giving their tongue a little spice.
Oh yeah, it's spicy, but it's not overwhelmingly so.
No,
It just goes really well with it. And I think the reason why I really like weeded bourbons, this makes me think this gives me that weeded bready feel. Like on the finish, along with like the back end notes, I get bread,
Yeah, I get that.
more weediness to it.
A little lighter. If it was a bourbon, a little lighter, like a weeder would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that a
So
lot.
I think that's kind of what got me into weeded bourbons, that like tastes like that,
that makes sense to me.
like taste notes similar to that. But yeah, man, I just think this is such a solid whiskey. And to get a little bit more notes, I'm actually gonna dilute it a little bit here and see what that does for me.
I'll follow you along.
Yeah.
You doing a cape? I mean, to all you bourbon guys out there, there's a whole nother aisle out at your liquor store that's just Scotch. More stuff to look at.
Yeah.
They got pretty boxes too.
That's the one thing Scotch has over bourbon.
I know.
The casing.
Consistently, really cool boxes and tins.
Now here's what I was thinking. The breadiness that I got, I was leaning into this, but I wanted to wait till I diluted it down to confirm it, especially on the nose. So I get the bread on the nose, the weediness, but it's what type of bread? Banana bread.
I totally see that.
For me.
Yeah, like a really light banana bread.
Yeah.
With like a hint of cinnamon, like because of the bourbon stuff.
Yes.
Like it's got like that cinnamon
You're right.
banana bread. Super subtle.
It is cinnamon.
Maybe a little bit of nuts too, like just a little tiny nutty in the bread.
That
Dude,
makes a lot of sense.
this
It's like banana nut bread.
Water opened it up, man.
Yeah. Ooh, man, I'm going in.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, dude, like I can't even take a drink without being like, oh, it's bananas.
That's crazy.
Like baked bananas.
Oh, wow. So,
And man, that really cooled down the proof too. Not spicy, not tickling my throat or anything, but
no.
That's that's really good.
Dude,
That's a fantastic Scotch.
it's impressive. Never had it diluted before, but banana, man.
Wow.
That's interesting. Now the finish is more sweet too. The finish is
all the way
more,
through,
is more
it's-
enjoyable when it's diluted a little bit for me.
Yeah, it's a lot more of like met in the middle.
Oh man.
Man, that's a good drink.
This is a good drink, man.
That's super good.
Yeah, this is actually what I wanted to introduce to our plug, Chris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he's been getting us into some things. He gave me a few samples, and we got a video coming out pretty soon of that. So we'll go and shout you out when that video comes out. But I'll shout you out again. This is the brand that I wanted to introduce you to because you don't like much Scotch, but I want to see if I can get you on with this bottle.
Yeah, I think this one's a hitter for bourbon, guys.
I like that, man.
Like,
so,
that's fun.
all right, question of the day. I kind of asked a little bit earlier, but compared to all Scotches I've introduced you to on the channel, where does this compare?
Shoot, I think that proof point is like right up my alley. And it's not just... Man, this has got to be like my top 3.
Boom.
Maybe top 2.
Ooh, man.
Like,
I like hearing that.
That's rough, because it's so good. It's got the proof. It's so reminiscent of what I'm used to drinking, so I can pick out the notes real easy. But yeah, it leans you gently into the Scotch. Like the maltiness, that floralness almost, a little bit of fruits that you only get on the Scotch side of things. Man, that is good.
I was wondering and a little worried if like it's almost, because it's just straight out of a bourbon barrel, it's too similar to bourbon to the point where you're like, if I'm gonna drink anything like this, I'll just have a bourbon.
No, I think it's like a good, because it changes. It goes a completely different way that bourbon doesn't go.
Right.
Which is interesting. So it's like reminiscent, oh, I can handle this. Goes a different direction.
Yeah.
And you're forced to go along with the ride, but it's pleasant. It's not like you're like, oh, all of a sudden. It's like, oh, whoa. Oh, that's Scotch. You know, without the peat.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get him into peat, man. It's hard, but it's an uphill climb. We'll get there. Maybe. No,
ease me in.
But no, next time we're gonna be getting into Aberlour Abuna, the sherry cask. So far, Aberlour's been a hit for you.
I like
Mr. Bourbon Man.
Aberlour's good.
Yeah, they got some good stuff.
They got some hitters.
So yeah, next time is gonna be the sherry bomb. Let me know if you've ever had Aberlour Abuna Alba, and what you think about it, what your nuts are, because different bottles, different casks, different barrels. You're going to get different things depending on what it came out of. Different proof points as well.
That's so fun.
The last one I had is actually less than this. The last one I had was 118 proof.
Oh, well.
So it was less, and I got a little bit different notes on that as well. But this one's...
Batch 006. One off of 007. That would have been so cool.
Maybe that's why it was such a discount.
It was this close
to what it could have been. Thank you so much for joining us here on Brothers Barrel with Everything Whiskey. Please drink responsibly. And as always, I'm Harrison.
I'm Chris.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of your day.
See ya.